Hello, I'm Chris. Here are the top 10 reasons for failing a UK driving test, with information provided by the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency. At number 10, use of speed. Not driving at a safe and reasonable speed. Examples of faults here include driving over the speed limit. This could happen when the speed limit changes and you don't notice the sign. Driving too fast on a tight road where pedestrians could walk out in between parked vehicles, or car doors could open and you wouldn't be able to react in time. Driving too fast down a busy high street. There's many potential hazards here, again such as pedestrians walking out into the road. Always drive at a speed where you can stop safely, well within the distance you can see to be clear. Take into consideration the conditions of the road, the amount of traffic, road signs, markings, and the speed limit. Number 9. Positioning, normal driving. Common faults here include repeatedly driving too close to the curb, or even hitting it. Repeatedly driving too close to the centre of the road for no reason, putting yourself and oncoming road users in danger. Other faults in this category include not driving in a bus lane when you're allowed and it's safe and convenient to use it. Straightening a roundabout when going ahead, which means not keeping left on the roundabout, unless road markings or signs say otherwise. If you don't keep in the correct position on the roundabout, then you might get in the way of other road users who are next to you. Number 8. Response to signs, road markings. Faults here include stopping on keep clear markings, not act in accordance with lane direction arrows. For example, if the arrow painted on the road shows to turn left in this lane, then turn left, and don't go straight on. Another common fault is stopping in a yellow box when your exit isn't clear. Double white lines, where the line nearer to you is solid. You mustn't cross or straddle it, unless it's safe and you need to enter a side road or property, or to drive around a stationary vehicle blocking your side of the road, to overtake a cyclist, horse, or a maintenance vehicle moving at 10 miles per hour or less. Not responding correctly to traffic signs. Examples of faults here include not noticing a give way sign, or stop sign, and of course, not stopping when you should. Ignoring a no entry sign. Driving in bus lanes when the sign shows that you're not allowed. Number 6. Not having proper control of the steering. Here are some examples of faults in this category. Repeatedly not steering smoothly. Hitting the curb with any wheel when you turn into or out of a road. Swinging out too wide when turning. Swinging out after emerging right. And driving with no hands on the steering wheel. Of course, the examiner will be expecting you to be in control of the car at all times, and steering plays a big part in this. For safety, keep both hands on the steering wheel unless you're using a control. At number 5, not responding appropriately to traffic lights. Examples of faults here are not stopping at an amber traffic light when it was safe to do so. Always be ready for this, especially if the traffic light's been green for a while. Not going when it's green, or there's a green filter arrow on, it's safe to go, but you haven't moved when you should have. Always keep alert, even when you're waiting at traffic lights. It's very easy to lose concentration and zone out when you're waiting, but keep focused. And if you do need to stop, then make sure you don't stop in the area for cyclists. Number 4. Incorrect positioning when turning right at junctions. It's really important to get in the correct position when turning right. Position just left of the centre line, and if the road's wide enough, this will help others get past you. But don't move too far to the right, or you'll get in the way of oncoming. Use any space that's for you, again to help others get past. Line up properly and don't stop too early. If you stop too early, then other road users might think you're letting them out
thank you.
And then there's going to be possible confusion who's going to go next, which could be dangerous. This also applies when you're turning right at traffic lights. Number 3. Not moving off safely. Repeatedly not checking the mirrors and not properly checking the blind spot before moving off are common reasons for getting faults here. Not reacting correctly to what is in the mirrors and blind spot can result in a driving test foul. If you move off and cause someone else to slow down, stop, or swerve, then there's a good chance that you'll fail your driving test. Don't forget to look ahead before moving off too. Maybe a pedestrian is crossing in front of you, or there's oncoming traffic coming over your side of the road, and it would be safer to wait. But make sure you check all around again, including the blind spot, before moving off. Always keep up to date with what's around you. Other examples of faults which could start off being a driving fault or a minor as they're commonly called, or more serious, include not signalling when moving off when necessary, or not cancelling it after you've moved off. You would get a serious fault for not observing all around after doing an emergency stop, including the blind spot on the left, all the mirrors, and the blind spot on the right. To help you learn about a particular subject, such as how to bay park, we've created a free online driving course, which will hopefully save you time and money on your driving lessons. It includes how to tackle roundabouts, all the driving test manoeuvres, and the show me tell me questions. It's completely free. We don't want your credit card details, and you don't even need to register. There's a link in the description. Anyway, let's get back to it. Number 2. Not using mirrors correctly when changing direction. It's important to know what's around you. Anytime you change direction or turn, make sure it's safe first by checking your mirrors. If you're going to turn to the right, check the interior mirror, then right mirror. Turning left, check the interior mirror, then the left mirror. Check the mirrors towards where you're going to turn. On your driving test, you might start off getting driving faults for not checking mirrors. But if you keep forgetting to check the mirrors, or you turn and affect another road user who's close to you, then you will fail your driving test. And at number 1, the most common reason for failing a UK driving test is, well, you might think it's getting a complex manoeuvre wrong. It's actually not making effective observations at junctions, just not looking properly. It's also one of the biggest causes of accidents too. Examples of faults here include not looking left when you're emerging left out of a minor road. Make sure that you not only look to the right, but also look left for any pedestrians, parked vehicles, or other possible hazards. You'll also get faults in this category for not recognising that you have to give way and observe too late once you've already emerged out, or not observing at all. I guess it really goes without saying, but just make sure you observe properly, and especially look out for cyclists and motorcyclists who are harder to see. If you want to know what the secret to passing the driving test is, then watch this video next. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, as it really helps us make more videos. Take care on the road, and bye for now.